Cool.
All right, go ahead.
So one of the things that's really, it's very simplistic for operation. The actual display will tell you your temperatures and you set your temperatures, right?
Yep.
And also all of the controls down here, very easy for running your pumps on, off. One thing I like is, you know how you have to come back here for your speed a lot?
Yeah.
Check this out.
So on the other ones, you got to go actually to the hydro pump and then control the flow of the speed.
Right here.
Oh, come on, no shit.
Yeah, so however much you want, it's right there. It's all at your thumb control.
Let me ask you this, because the thing is going to be, the more stuff you have, the more stuff can go wrong. Like, what do you guys see for like failure rates for stuff like this?
Actually, very tried and true. This switch is a switch out of a grinder.
Oh, okay.
It's a very
so it's all common stuff.
It's a very common. Everything that you're going to have in here is very common. You can find it, and we also have it on here.
So this is just an electrical.
Yeah, V-strap.
So you can use any dimmer switch almost, right?
Yeah,
as long as it fits in.
This one right here, you could literally just call us, and we'll have it to you, you know, the next day. So another really unique thing is, you know about the auto feeder?
I know about them like for Craftco machines.
Okay, so basically what you do is you load this block up, and as you have 275 gallons in here, you have a full load sitting right here ready, and it senses because like, you have a variable speed right here.
So it'll have, so you're talking not bricks spaced out, brick to brick, the whole bar, really?
Brick to brick. So so what it does is we have it calibrated, so when you turn this up or you turn this down, we don't have a level. We don't need to do that because we have it calculated on how much material you're going to put out here. It'll know when you need another block. So it'll pump it forward. However many blocks it needs, it just keeps it feeding, so you have consistent flow, right? You don't have any big lumps in there. The good thing about this is right here. If you have any pump issues, everything's external. Okay. So our research right here.
So you got a temperature feed in the pump?
Nope. So what this is that's actually for our. Remember I was telling you about how it's the speed rating? So as it senses you need more. This is counting the revolutions. We know how much material is getting pumped out of that wand by the revolutions of the hydraulic pump.
Yeah, no shit, huh? So that's great for. So is there ways to track volume through the day? Can you use? There is.
Yeah.
Without measuring?
That way you know that way you know what your measurement is, right? For billing purposes or whatever. So very simple. If you did have an issue, it's right there. One of the good things is over here, as your auto feeder's coming in and dumping, there's your auger. Our augers are heated.
Okay.
A little bit of water in there. That right there is a protectant bar. So as this block is coming in and it's dropping down inside here.
Oh, it hits that thing.
It hits that, and then if you're empty, it's not going to damage anything or the coils.
Okay. So I like the. So do you? Like, why an auger feed on this? Why, like, if it's just melted, not having, like, you know, everybody else just has that open space where the fluid just goes, you know, like, what's the benefit of having an auger?
I wish I had a for mixing. So, I don't know if my flashlight, can you see that back in there? The pump?
Oh, yeah.
There's your pump.
Okay.
All this for is for mixing. Making sure you have a consistent mixture.
Okay, so there's not a paddle system in there like a traditional mixer. Your auger's your mixer.
That coil is heating the auger, and that's keeping everything's mixing properly.
So anything that touches the auger gets melted. Oh shit! Huh? So I bet you that helps on quick
burn
turnaround. No kidding. Huh?
So when you're melting everything, and then obviously this here, you can take your gun when you're out there doing stuff. You put your gun into recirc, you just pump it in there, and everything's perfectly hot and flowing through that thing.
So that's hold on. So when you're out running, right? You're doing a parking lot. That's where you're putting your wand when you want to do stuff?
So you're out here doing whatever you need to do. You basically just flip this open, set your gun in there, pull the trigger on the trigger lock, and it's just sitting there just pumping.
Okay.
And the thing of it is, It's just going to research. It's not actually calculating for your.
So this is like okay, so is this like a sim line where it's a recirculating system? Or is it an on-demand system?
It's an on-demand system.
Okay.
But if you want to be able to clean out, and if you have any plugs, you want to be able to keep it flowing. Right?
Okay,
you don't
yeah,
want to have a dead end. So you can go into recirc, right? You can have this thing going into recirc internally, where it's just going like this, or you take it through the wand and you just put it in there, pull the trigger.
Cold days, you know, you can set it at trickle, and leave it for 20 minutes and come back and not have to worry about it being all gummed up or anything. Okay, all right. See, this is the type of shit I like. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all for, like, like I said, I own everything that because they give us so much tennis court work. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, how do you go buy shit from somebody else when they give you so much work? You know, but now I'm at the point where I don't like. They just have to give us some work, or they're not going to get the business. So I can buy whatever stuff I want now. Yeah. But
they're keeping the wheels greased at some point, you know.
Yeah, and I felt a sense of loyalty to them for that. But it's at the point now where I have a good group of guys that have been with me for a while, guys that take care of equipment. So I don't necessarily have to worry about having a machine that if something breaks, they can run to the hardware store and pick. That's like their big thing. Anything breaks on it, you can go to the parts store, you can have it, you're working that day. And it's like, yeah, it's like, and I like that, but all of my equipment is years old. Like I have that same mastic machine they have, but black. It looks like the day I bought it. It's 3 years old. You know, like these fucking guys take so good care of everything. You know, at the end of the day, they're got rags, they're scrubbing off all the stuff. So
that's good.
I don't mind buying stuff like this because I know they're going to take care of it. That mastic machine, you know, we left here and we talked about it, and it was like, one of my guys is like, it's over-engineered, it's too much, we don't need that, it's going to be a fucking pain in the ass. But in my mind, I'm like,
yes and no, because that knuckle and being over-engineered, yes. Some people want that knuckle, and they look at that, there's a lot there, you don't need that.
Right. Yeah, that's what he said.
We have a heated shoe.
Yeah, it saved 30 grand. You know, but I like the fact of being able to work in different angles. Yeah. I can park the truck somewhere and I can throw that thing out 8-9 feet and it'll work. You know, like it's just there's a lot of cool little things. And
well, and this one you can get this in a double.
Oh really?
Yeah, if you want a double
hose, yeah.
You can have double hose, double long.
And it's my company's colors. All of my trucks are black and orange, dude. It's like it was meant to be. Yeah. You know.
And so this has got the Kubota diesel engine in it.
Okay, yep.
On the other side, it actually has an air compressor. Did you see the air compressor?
No, I didn't.
The cool thing about this.
So we'll need to have some tips of how long do you want to
Oh, man.
Start, stop.
Yep.
Right here, pretty basic. All of your information that you're going to need. So here's your air compressor.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Okay. So we have a hydraulically driven air compressor that is going to give you 90 PSI. Your CFM, I think, is at 350.
Yeah.
CFM. And the cool thing about that is you look at this wand, you got a surge tank, right?
Yeah.
So you supply it, and you got the shield.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering what that was.
No shit. So literally, you're out there cleaning out your cracks. And then this is just going to be your engine display and all your stuff there.
So, what does something like this run?
Depends on how you're going to spec it.
This exact one. I want this machine. You're going to sell me the demo model. How much?
I'd have to ask Ali. I believe this one is like 165. 169. I believe.
Okay.
You can't quote me on that.
No.
But basically.
So it's more than that thing. It's more than the mastic machine.
Well, that doesn't have an air compressor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's a smaller diesel.